In our menu, I currently have an issue. So the issue is when I'm login, you can see they have a token which is sent as response. Is send it as a response, but we want to save that response inside the cookies. Okay, so how can we do that? You can see that route is user then login. So I just go on the user route, and there have the login. Okay, so I go here, and here you can see I am sending token from here. So what I do, I just send here something like cookies. Okay, cookies, and the name is token. Which token? Authentication token. Now the value is the token. Okay, now we have to pass some option. What option? First of all, is that it HTTP only? Yes, that is HTTP only. Then that is secure. Yes, that is secure. Then maximum is 15 minute. Okay, so we want the maximum is 15 minutes. So 1000 millisecond multiply 60 is equal 1 second multiply 60, that is 1 minute, multiply 50, that is 15 minute. Okay, so now I want to add here something like sim side. Is it sim side? So I said yes, that is sim side, because our front end is running on localhost and our backend is also running on localhost, but the port is different. Okay, so now they have something like priority and other some information, but I don't think I have to add anything more. So I just go here. I'm done here. So now the next thing I have to do, I just need to go on the RTK. They have the base API, and here I have to accept, or I have to include not here. Here I have to include credential. Include credential or credential. They are not have credential is include. So that is done. So now I just go here and I refresh. You can see server is dropped or something else. What is the issue, man? I just restarted the server and I restarted, refresh, nothing happened. So I close that. I also restart the front end, and then I open the mini app one more time. This time, I don't know what was the issue. That is telling me to access fetch at this route from the origin this has blocked by course policy. Well, so when you are sending cookies, you have to manage something more. Like if I go on the index, there has to include the credential. So the credential should be here true. Okay, credential is true. Now if I just refresh, then you see one more error, which is I cannot use wildcard, and instead of I have to use that specific path. So I just copy that and cut this one, and I paste that link here. Okay, that link here. So now this time I am expecting that issue is resolved, and inside the login you can see they have a set cookies, and you can see they have an error, which is this attempt to set a cookies by set cookie header was blocked because same tag lacks attribute but come from a cross site response, which is not the top level negotiation. Okay, so I have a issue on the same side, so I can say none. Okay, I refresh that, and I have to close that one more time, and I have to open that one more time, and now this time maybe that is work perfectly. If I just run the application, there have the cookies, and you can see they have the auth, and that have a expire time, and I cannot see that properly. I cannot see the expire time properly. Yeah, this time that was the expire time. You can see I have to parse that to my time. So I just go okay, I can go here, console, then new date, and here I can pass that. So the stop I cannot parse that. So I don't know what was the issue. I just need to paste the time, then node and paste. You can see that also give me something like this, and yeah, I am not know exactly what was the issue. So what I do, I just go on the ChatGPT and I tell the ChatGPT to convert it to BST or Bangladeshi Standard Time, because I'm on Bangladesh, so I need Bangladeshi time. Okay. So what I do here, I just paste the time, convert it into BST. Okay, so that convert time to BST, which is that's okay. You can see that is 17, right? So that will be expired after 11 minutes, which is great. And if you take a look on the application one more time, and you can see they are not have any, they are not have anything like generation or when that is generate. So I cannot show you that. Well, now this time I don't have to pass anything manually. Like I don't have to send the header this kind of manually, right? So I can delete that header from here. So I can simply delete that header, and I am also not needed something like Spanish. So here I don't have to set any token if they have any response, uh, which is include token. No, I'm not going to send any token to the user. So I go here and I made a changes, which is I send something like status, which is true. So if the status is equal true, then move him to the intro. Okay, move him to the intro. Okay, so now the second question is come, which is if user always return to the intro, then he will get the joining bonus every time. Actually, that is not happening, but we also don't need to move the user every time on the introduction page. Instead, we want to move him on the home page. Okay, so they have an error. I don't know what was that. Yeah, everything is running cool. I just on the time. You can see that is still me in none. So I have to figure out the issue, and that issue is on middleware, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that issue is coming from the middleware, in this middleware, and yeah, that is asks the token on the headers, but the tokens is come from the cookies, so I have to ask or cookies dot cookies, and I disable and I comment that all line, and here I console log token. So yeah, now if I refresh one more time, you can see that it's still me undefined. So what I have to do now, we are not getting cookies by default, so we have to install a packages which is cookie and parser npm. So if I write here cookie parser npm, then you can see there have something like cookie parser npm packages. So I have to install that and I have to use that as a middleware. Okay, so cookie parser, buddy, yeah, that was the command. I don't know what was the issue why that is not comment copy. I just copy that and I install that here. Well, now what I have to do, I have to import that. Import cookie parser from cookie parser. Now I have to install the type also. Okay, so I install the cookie parser type, and if you hover that, you can get a type, and I have to install that as development mode, because when we go on the production, this time we will build that project and we will get a JavaScript file. So this time we don't have to face any issue. However, so I just run that again as development mode, and here after that express JSON or this middleware, I just add eapp.use, and here I call cookie parser. So now that will accept the cookies. So now if I just go here and I made a refresh, then you can see there I have a auth. Okay, so I just go here and I type auth. So now if I refresh one more time, you can see they have the auth token. Well, so that was the auth token. Now what we do? Now we will just make a changes, which is if constant, if, or that is not constant, if token is not found, then throw a error which is not have any headers not found. Okay, we will return a error. But if the token is exist, then we will decode that. Okay, or we verify that. So we verify the token which is come from jwt.verify, and here we have to pass the token, then secret key. So that was the secret key. I just copy that secret key, and then we can pass some option, but currently I am not going to do anything. Okay, now inside the verify, I get a lot of information, right? So now if I just want to do a console log verify, then you can maybe see some more in-depth thing. I refresh and you can see they have a decoded version. So now the question is if, okay, I delete that above console log and I want what I want actually. I want that if verify dot content name, okay, so that asking me a type, so I say type is anything, content name, then if that is verify is content a username, then if that verify is content a tgid, then that token is real. So what you have to do, you just have to move that user. Okay, okay, we have another checking, which is maybe I can just go here. If that tgid is exist, then please find that user. Okay, I tell that my server, please find that user. If that user or that verify dot id is exist, then okay, I have to make another condition here, which is very anti-call verify dot id is exist, then find that user and then pass some variable like request. Okay, then that makes something just like our request dot user content user id and tgid, and then we will move. Okay, you can see they have another condition. If that user is exist, then move him on the next API. But now the issue is, but if that user is not found, okay, if that user is not containing any tgid or id, then what happened? So we just tell the user, which is header found but invalid header. So I send the error message is header headers is invalid. Okay, headers is invalid, so we will send our error. Now our middleware is perfect. So now if I just go on the bottom and refresh here, you can see that give me a response and that tells me user balance is user is blocked or not, this kind of a lot of thing, and you can see the message here. Now we want when user click get start, we will move the user to our home page. Okay, so currently we don't have any home page, so I just going to do a GitHub push because I made some changes. So the first changes is I am accepting. Okay, I will come back after making the push or comment. So it's just nah. Authenticate with generality and well, so I have made the GitHub push, so you can find that code also on GitHub. Okay, so now the next thing I have to do, which is I have to make a homepage. Okay, so now I don't have any work on server. I just need to make another thing, which is uh okay. I have. Can I see where I use that app layout? Yeah, I use that app layout. Uh, okay, inside that app. Okay, so there have something like a app. So when user click on the get start button, I move the user to app route. Okay, so now I don't need any console log. I can simply take a navigate, which is navigate, and use navigate, and here I pass something like app. Okay, so cursor is pointer. So now here I make on click listener, and that on click is navigate, and here that is app, and the option is replace is true. Well, so that is done. Now if I just click on the get app, I am on the home page, right? So now I am on the application page, and if I just go on the application route, now I have to change that header color to black. Well, so for changing the header color, if I just go here and you can see they have already have a code, I can simply copy that code and paste here. Okay, now I have to import that all thing. Okay, so all issue is resolved. So all issue is resolved. Now I have to change that color, header color, to black. Okay. So now you can see the header color is black. Now let's focus on the home Spanish page. So if I just go here on the Spanish page, you can see user is just moving on the intro. But I want if that user is already visit on the intro page, and then from the next time user just retrieve on the home page. Okay. So now we have to make some changes on the introduction page. Like when user come on this page and click navigate button, his time user will we will made a server request. That request tell to the server that user is already come on the introduction page, so don't move him on the introduction page further. Okay, so we have to make a API, right? I just go on the Prisma because we have to add another field, which is uh, here I make a boolean, and that boolean is okay. I make a duplicate, and that is Spanish or is intro showed okay, is intro showed, and that is by default that is false. Okay, so now I make a database push which is npx prisma db push. So I make a changes on the database, and I again run that on my local host, and I go on the src. They have the module user. Okay, so now what I want to make a changes which is update user is seen the interaction page. So that should be so what can I write the name of the function? That should be intro show it. Okay, that is maybe enough. And yeah, guess I think that is. So I make a simple API, and that is done. So now what I'm getting from the user, I'm already getting the user ID from that user. So I make here a patch update, which is result. Okay, I take a variable which is result, and here I wait a bit, then Prisma, then user, then update 1, and here I type where, and then ID is come from request.user.id. Then I make a change on data, then data is intro show it and true. Well, so now I send a response to my client where the status ID is okay, and I sent a JSON response which is status. Okay, status is true. Okay, that is true or false defined by the result. So that is intro show it. Okay, so now I export that function like intro show it. Okay, that is a function. I export that, and I go on the routes, and there have the user routes. Well, so now here I make a patch API. So that is a patch API which is triggered when user show intro. So I make the path is intro, and user validation is our middleware. Now I have to use that API inside the where is that? What is the RTK? Yeah, user RTK. Now you can see they are not have any tag. So I just go on the base API, and I add here some tag, and that is user. Okay, so I go on that user API one more time, and here I take a mutation and I paste here. That is intro, user intro, or user intro. Okay, now that will not take any argument, and the path is intro, and that is a patch request, and body is null. Well, now the next thing I have to pass here, which is invalidate tag. So when user request for that will invalidate that user, and that get user is request one more time. So I take provider tag is user. Okay, now login user also invalidated the user. Okay, well done. So now I have to export that user intro. So that is user endpoint dot export. Okay, well, সুমাইয়ারা কালকে মরিমা হয়েছিল. Well, so now I have to call that request from the introduction page, and here I'm declared the variable like mutation. So that is intro, and that is user dot user intro. Well, so now I call that. Here I make a changes, but before making the changes, I do something like when that intro mutation is called, This time I want to show here inside the button a progress bar. Okay, so I want to show here a progress bar. So the condition should be intermutation, then one number position. So if you know, intermutation is return an array where 0 number position is for requesting and 1 number position is for getting the data. So I get the is loading. If the it is loading is true, then show here a loading progress bar. And if intermutation is not true, that is false, then show here get start. So here I show the progress bar. Well, I take a new line. Maybe that is better for me. Now here I show a progress bar. So for showing that, I just go on the Daisy UI, and here I show loading, and that there have the median size loading bar, and that is done. So if where I'm currently on the app page, so I'm not want to get here. I just open the mini app one more time, and yeah. So now, if I reverse that condition, you can see that I have the loading bar, right? So now, the next condition should be here inside the on click. So I want here, well, so I want here if that introduction loading is true, okay, this time not accept any call. So the condition should be if that introduction mutation is false, okay, is false, and if that introduction mutation is false, then if that is false, then you can call the introduction mutation. You can call the introduction mutation. Okay, I think I'm not made any wrong, but it's undefined. That is expecting argument. Okay, if that is false, then you can request to the server. But if that is true, then you don't have any ability to make any call because I already have a call on the server. So that is our condition. Now I just go on the above, and here I make a use effect, and I make some changes here, like I can take a switch case here, or I can take a if condition because I need for one time intro, then 1, and here I get a status. Okay, in that status is equal query status dot fulfilled. If that is fulfilled, and that intermutation dot 1, and here I have the data, is the data, and status is equal true, then move him or navigate that user to the app and replace that true. Okay, now here I have to pass the navigate and then intermutation as dependency. Well, so now if you want to take a look how it's look like or how it's work, so I just open my div tool and refresh. You can see they are not having any error. If I click get started, you can see they have a patch request. You can see that is a patch request. If I just show you here patch request, and then after that making a request, that will send me a status which is true, and then that is call me route, which is contain my information, that send the response again. Okay, so now what I want, so if you now I am sure in my database there have a changes. So the changes is if I just create user, and here I take the value for is intro sweep, that return me a true. Yes, because we are just set that value is equal true. Well, now we are getting one more data which is select is intro true. Now if I go on the introduction, if I go on the Spanish skin, that is Spanish skin. If I go on the Spanish skin, then that there I need one more data from create user. Hey buddy, maybe I enter any wrong button. Okay, so now that was the create user. So if I go here, there have the status, right? So now what I need the user. So you can see that we are getting the user from the transaction. So I can go here, and here I can say, is it that user already view this intro is intro? So I can tell the transaction to okay, the is intro value. Okay, so if that is intro is true, so I go on the Spanish, and here I go on the else statement, and here I would make another, which is if data dot is intro data dot is Spanish. Okay, here I go data dot status, and if data dot is intro is false, then go on the intro page, and if not, like, okay, in both case I need the status true. Okay, so I can create a separate another condition here. If is intro is false, then go here, and if is intro is not false, that is true, then go here, and here I copy and paste, and that will be retrieved on the application page. And here I need the navigate as dependency, and also I need data dot is intro. Okay, so now we are done. So now if I just run my app on the local host, so I just proceed client, again run there, and here I open my server and pm run diff. So our backend and frontend both running on local host. So I just go here, edit web app link, and open mini app, and here you can see that is loading. That is loaded. Okay, loaded successful, and that is return me error. So what was the error? If I go here, you can see that tells me that origin is invalid. So why that is invalid? So because we are write a wrong origin on our index. Okay, now that is changed. Okay, so now that is 3. Now if I refresh, okay, you can see I am on home page. Now if I just open that, I am on home page. Now this time I'm not see or I'm not getting the Spanish scale. But if I open that on a new, account like this, if I open that like this type of new account, then you can see I'm see the introduction page for first time. If I click get started, I am on home page. Now if I open that another time, you can see this time that I am automatically retrieved on the app or home page. Well, so now our basic structure is ready. So now we have to design the home page. So how we are actually looking our home page? We want our home page where have a bottom bar. So we are looking at bottom bar here. So let me make that bottom bar. How can I make it? So I just go here, and here I made change. I make changes. Okay, I will do that push later. I go here on the app layout, and here I have to make that bottom bar. So for making that, I use Daisy UI as component library. So I go into Daisy, and there has a bottom bar. Actually that is bottom navigation, right? The dock. So that was the dock. So I am looking the dock lies this way. Okay. So I go here, and here I create a component which is bottom dock. Okay. So I create here a component file. Home it names, and there that is bottom dock. With it bottom dock dot tss. Okay. So now here I create a new boilerplate, and here okay button of RSC, and here I make the dock. So the dock each is here. Now I have to use that bottom dock inside that app layout. So that is bottom dock copy when pressed. Okay, that is done. I go on the bottom dock, and now you can see there have the bottom dock. Okay. So now there is a natural color. So I want the color should be white, but opacity is 5, very low opacity, or maybe 2. True is enough. Okay. So now the next thing I want that bottom they have home inbox setting. I don't like this one. So here I create an array. So I just create an array which is doc is equal, and here I make something like, first of all, for href which is homepage or app. Then here I make something like title which is the homepage. Then icon. So I will write that icon. I take the icon from React icon. I go React icon, and here I take home. You saw any home? You can see home is on the home. There's a lot of home icon here. but I have to choose something like if icon. Okay, if icon. Then okay, I have to install that React icon first. React icon. And that was a library, or you can say a component. So I just install the React icon. npm install React icon. Okay, then I restart here. React icon, and that was the home. Then I forget what kind of page I needed, so I just go on the project description, which is have on my document, and the price group. They have a referral page. They have a game page. Okay, one is home, second one is referral, third one is game, and fourth one is leaderboard. And yeah, so yeah, I need something like for identity. One page name is identity, so I copy that and right here the page name, which is identity, and identity. Then I copy that and go here. Then second page name is game, that is app, then game, and then I need referral. Okay, referral. Here I need the refer, and that is refer. Then I need wallet. Okay, I need the wallet. So that was the wallet. Okay, so that identity should be before wallet. So I reassign the format to. Now I have to use the doc. Okay, so I simply comment this one also and this one also. Now I work with this one. So here I make the changes. So first of all, I have to write the doc, then map, and here I have to type the item, and then this one. Okay, well done. So now I don't need that. That should be item dot icon, and that icon should be inside a div. Okay, now here which is that span value, which is title. So item dot title. Okay, so now if I go here, you can see that all value is here. Now I have to do some edit. Okay, so if I go here, if they have a font, yeah, they have some font like Monda. So I give the font as Monda, but that is not looking cool. So they have the Monsard, which is look more natural. Okay, now let's play with opacity. Okay, so now I need the page URL. So I go, I declare a value, which is location, that is use location. I use here a hook, and then I go here, you have the class name. All right, that here I make some changes with that as per location value. Location is equal item dot href. Then here I need the opacity is 70. Okay, so you can see that location have more value like path name. Now this time you can see nothing too much changes here, so I can change that's more like 20. So I write here a wrong condition that opacity should be 100, and if that page is something else, then opacity should be 20. Okay, so now you can see that is stuff like this. When I'm hovering that is give me more good vibe. However, so now the next thing I need, which is when I'm click here, I have to go on this page, but before doing that, here you can see all icon is same. So I need the icon. So for game, I go on the FA game. So they have a gamepad. I copy that icon and paste here. FA game. Then the next thing I need, which is refer, FRIEND friend, or people. If a people, a group of people, yeah, this one, I did this one, and that is here. Then the next thing I need Okay, people, if a people carry, then if a I, then if a money back, or MONEY money, sorry, MONEY money, check, or Vite. So that is if a people carry, then if a I, then this one is if a money bill wave, MONEY money bill wave. So now if I check here, you can see that it look like this. Okay, so now our all icon is changed, and we can say our bottom bar is perfectly configured. So now here I have to make some pages. If I go here, you can see they have two pages. One is introduction, and the second one is the Spanish. But here I need some more pages. For testing, we have to take a home page. Okay, so I create a home page and I generate a boilerplate here. And if you take a look, that home page is not added on any routes. So we have to use that home page. Okay, so for using that, we are make our that app route is the parent route, and here we create some children. Okay, so we create here a bunch of children where the index or first one, index one is the home page. Okay, element is the home page. So the index page is home page, and now if I write anything on the home page, then that is reflect on other all page. So here, if I make something like lorem 1000, and you can see that is here. Okay, so we can see the content, but that's not good as we expected, because our bottom bar is you can see that is below that content. So we want that bottom bar should be on the top, right? So we go on the app layout, and here we make something like, first of all, relative, and then bottom log, and because that is size is fixed. So we want that bottom log that jet index is 15 or higher. Okay, for now. So for now we are taught that we don't need that. When we need, we will fix it as soon as possible. However, here we have to design the homepage, but currently in our mind they are not have any good design. So how we can follow? We can follow or make something like for on this, because we don't have any good design. So what we can do in this video, we can make a wallet connection. So where if the user is connect his wallet, the database address should be saved on our database, and user cannot connect multiple account by using a same address. That means one address is equal one account, and we also want to show all coin or token that is holding by the user account. So we want to show that on the wallet page. Now, so user can receive the Jetron or send it to any other account. So in earlier we are decided we will use Solana. So I am not found enough resource to make it. That's why I back to the Tron network. So yeah, we are not going to make something like a Tron or something like on another network. We are going to make that in Tron network. So yeah. However, so what I'm looking currently, I'm looking to make a wallet connection. So for doing that wallet connection, we want here a topper. Here we want a wallet connection button. Okay, so that should be a header, right? So we make another file for that header. So we make a file for header.tsx. Now here I create a component and I change that name to header. Okay, so you can see that header is here. Well, so now we have to design that header, right? So for designing, I have a design in my mind, but before design that, we have to use it. So we will use that on the header before that outlet. So we call here that header. Header is that header or header? This one. Okay. So we want that as sticky, and that is top 0, and insert maybe 0, and jet index is none. Okay. Okay, so now what I do here, I just create a padding, and here I also make something like a shape. My background is white, opacity 10, then padding is 3, rounded is MD. Okay, then that is flex, item is center, and justify is between. Okay, now here I take another flex, and here flex, item center, justify nothing. and gap is 4. And here I take another div, and inside the div I take a React icon which is toned. So you can see they are not have any icon for Tron, right? So we will download a emoji from Telegram. So for downloading the emoji, we have sticker emoji downloader, and here we search the tone. Okay, we are looking at tone icon, so they are not have anything good. I am using Telegram Premium, so I have a lot of sticker that I can download. So I am searching a premium icon, which is look like also as premium. So what I can do, what I can choose, I am trying to find out something which is look good with black. Maybe this one should be look good, better. Yeah, we can go with this one, and I need that as SVG. So they have first frame SVG. I need this one, and that size is around 37 kilobyte. So I go here in my file and I rename that to okay, I rename that emoji to this like small. Okay, so I go here, and here inside asset I create a folder, and that is emojis. Okay, and here I paste that emojis. Okay, you can see the emoji. Okay, now here I import that asset, import e from asset, and then emoji, then same on emoji, and here I take that import instance from same on emoji, and here I take image resource as same on emoji. Okay, now here I need to type here same on emoji as alternative text, and I give a class name for width is 10, so you can see this look like that. Now I can make something like more small, like 8 or 7. It's look like this. That's cool. And the opacity is looking too much high, so I can give some more low, 4, 5. Let's look cool. Now here now this time I'm not using any React icon, so we don't need to give a div. Instead we can delete this div, and we can take up e tag or write a title like connect connect to the bridge. Okay, currently my mind not have anything, so I just write here random text, but later I will edit it and make it something more meaningful something. So I change the text font as Open Sans, and I resize that text size to MD, text MD or SM. That is cool. Now here I need a connection button, which is button dot connect. Okay, so here when user click on this button, user can connect with his Tron wallet. Well, so that padding 3 is looking too much high, so I take 2 or 1. If I take go with 0, then you can see they are already have by default a little bit padding. So we can go with default 1. And yeah, currently what I'm seeing here, which is that color, if we give a gradient color, that should be better, right? So I am doing some little bit experiment, but when you are doing that, you can go with your option. So from white 5 to white 10. Now let's stop looking at all 7 and 3, which look like that, which is looking cool. I can take a border, and that border white opacity is 5. Not looking cool. I delete this one, and they have the connect button. So I go here and I hit the connect button where the background is blue, because one background is blue, and ex is 3, and then text size is SM, and py is 2 or 1, then rounded is full, then text color is black. So now the font is medium. It looks like that. So now if I want, I can make something like cursor is pointer. So when user click on this button, that he should be connect his wallet. So when we click that button, we need to have a model. Okay. So where I can connect it, right? So So I can go here on the component and there have the header, right? So for connecting with Tone Wallet, I have to install Tone Network UI, this one, right? So I just simply install that on my project. Okay. I am simply open that on my project. Okay, that is installing. That maybe sometime take a little bit time, but not too much. Okay, so that is successfully installed on my device. So I want to open that, and then here I initialize the variable for use Tone connect UI, and here I have to take Tone UI, and here I have to click on click listen. I have to add on click listener, and yeah, done. So Tone UI dot open or connect model or model, maybe that is model, open model, yeah, this one. So that is open a model when that should be run. So you can see here I have to wrap my main by using Tone Connect UI provider. So I have to go on my main, but I'm not interested to wrap that from here. I will wrap on the layout. So that was the app layout, and here I wrapped that app layout because of course of here we also make our admin panel, and we doesn't need Tone Connect UI on our admin panel. So that is not make any sense to wrap entire application. So I just go on the routes, and here I can wrap that app layout with that Tone. If I scroll down, you can see Tone Connect UI provider. Tone. Okay, I can copy that and paste here inside routes, and here Tone Connect UI provider and wrap with that app layout. Great. So now if I refresh this one, you can see here I have to pass a manifest or a connector, right? So now they have a lot of path. So you can see they have a manifest, right? So the second thing is the connector. So I'm interested to know what is the connector. Okay, they have a connector. Okay, they have a lot of things that I can see here. So I need here manifest, and inside that manifest I need to pass a string. Okay, so you can see that refer a this kind of manifest. So I open that documentation, and that asks me for this one, right? So there have more details. If you want, you can read the documentation, but for now I want to continue with this one. So that is something like Tone Manifest UI, which is called when we will connect our wallet. So I have already existing. Here you can see that was the manifest. So what I want here, I am want here something like use that manifest instead of creating a new one. So for production, we will create our new manifest, like that was a API. So I think you guys know that how to do that, and I will show that on the end of this series how to do this kind of something. And I think I have a separate video about that on my channel. I'm not sure. So if I click connect, you can see there I have a model. Okay. So now I can connect my wallet by clicking that model. So I'm already clicked one time, but that is not working. And okay, that is telling me wallet connection fault, but wallet already connected. To avoid the error, disconnect wallet before doing a new connection. Okay, that my wallet is already connected. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to check is my wallet is connected or not. So let me make it or check it that first. So I go to the header, and here I make something which is if my wallet is connected. Okay. So I go here and I write here a condition, which is if my Tone UI dot wallet is connected already, then I can say disconnect, disconnect. And if not connected, then I can say connect. No problem, connect. So you can see now here, you can see that is disconnected, right? Okay. The next thing, when my wallet is connected, so I can say if my Tone UI dot is connected. Okay. If that is connected, then you can connect my wallet. But if my wallet is not connected, you can open the model, right? And if my wallet is connected, then you can disconnect. Okay. So that process is something like asynchronous, but we are not expecting any kind of response. So we are not going to take any wait or this kind of something. However, now if I click here, you can see I am not sure is it disconnected or not, but that is still with me. Okay. If now I refresh and this time you can see that it's still with me connect, which is very bad. And here I have to pass a key inside the bottom dock. So let me fix that error at first. Bottom dock. And here I can take a key, which is I, that is an index number. So key is a I. Okay. Now this time that error should be fixed. Now I just go here, and if I click connect, that will connect my wallet. But the issue that I am facing now, which is if I connect my wallet, that is not updating my UI. So if I click connect with Telegram, you can see I am connecting with Telegram. Okay, connect. I am connected. And if I just go back to my board, that is connect. Okay. So that was an issue. I have to fix it. So I don't know how can I fix it. Is it asynchronous? No, that is not asynchronous action. That is a promise. Connection restored. Disconnect. Wallet disconnecting and clean local storage. And then model. Open the model window. Return a promise that resolve after model is opened. Okay. Current connection status. Okay. So the issue is after connecting the wallet, we need to get back on our mini app when user click back to app. So here we can write a back button like they have something like register connection. I make sure that is true. Then action configuration 11 Android back handler language UI preference. Okay, wallet required feature list configuration wallet list configuration. Okay, I don't need anything. So here I want a return TW skip redirect to wallet. So TW return URL. So here I pass my mini app link, which is this one. Now we can see if I click connect, connect to Telegram, and here that is loading. Connect and back to EQ, which is not return me on my mini app. A bad thing, very bad thing. Okay, instead of connecting with Telegram, I can connect with my real wallet, but okay, I can try. So you can see there that give me a QR code. So let me scan that QR. Okay, I just go and scan that QR by using Tone Keeper. No, I don't have Tone Keeper. I have my Tone wallet. So instead of Tone Keeper, I can go with my Tone wallet, and here I can show QR code. Okay. I am just realized that my audio is distorted. I don't know the exact reason. Usually I record audio using my mobile phone and then I sync that, but I don't know when that stopped. However, I try to connect my wallet, but you can see that it's still telling me or show me the connect button. And if I click, that is opening wallet. Okay, so the thing that I am feeling if I click here, that should be connect my wallet. Connect. Okay, back to you. That is not back me on my app. Maybe Telegram issue. Now, if I refresh this one several times, nothing happened. So the thing is happening here, which is I am also don't know. So let me go with Don't Wallet button, which is Telegram official button. I don't have to handle anything. And let me try to figure out what was the issue. Okay. Then you can see here that wallet is connected. But here in the other side, that is not showing me anything. So that's really a big issue. So instead of making a new button, I can go with a old button and I have to redesign that button if I can. So I want the text size. Okay, I want the text size is extra small. Nothing happened. Then p padding is 0. That is also nothing happened. And if I go, there have style. So instead of writing code in Tailwind CSS, I can go with something like raw CSS, and here I can say size text size or font size, right? Font size is 10 pixel. Nothing happened. So the thing is, Telegram connect button is very organized, and we are not successfully organized our connect button. That's why the issue is coming. But our wallet is connected. So what I want, I can see what have inside that don't connect UI. Don't connect UI dot. They have that connect and they have a boolean. Okay. Use don't connect UI. Use don't connect UI. I can set option. So here I want when user device is connected, I want to save user wallet address. But I am very conscious about my there's button. The button is not working properly. If I click disconnect, that is disconnected, but that UI is not changed. So I did a console log. So I want to see the result that show me true. If I click another time, that open me. Okay, I just you can see I refresh. That is telling me false. I connect my wallet. I just connect my wallet by using Telegram Connect, and nothing happened to it. Connect wallet. Okay, connected. Now what I am want. Now here I want to open the console log, and you can see that it tells me false. It's still, if I refresh several times, it's still false. But once I use don't connect, which is Telegram official don't connect button, you can see that is true. That is true. So I have to understand what have inside that true. So you can see still that is tells me false, but they have the button, they have the thing like okay. So don't wallet connect wallet. So I have to understand what have inside that don't connect button. So maybe they have some alternative option like use don't connect UI. They have use don't wallet. So I just go don't wallet and they have a lot of thing, a lot of thing. Okay, great connection complete event, a lot of function is Telegram URL is QA mode don't use don't address don't model more at all use don't connect model a lot of things. I just want to go use don't wallet this one, and here I want to console log this console log wallet dot. They have something very fish. They have the device. First of all, you can say that it tells me now. Then later that come with something like device and feature. Okay, and feature. Then platform. A lot of information. And here have a account. Okay, I have the address, public key, and wallet state initiate. Okay, so now what I want something like that public key. Okay, so I want that wallet or account. I want that account. Well, so now if I disconnect that, you can see that is undefined. I don't need that connect wallet button at all. Refresh, refresh. You can see that is connect. If I click connect and here, here you can see that is loading connect, and I go back to my menu app and open that. You can see that is undefined, and after that, that is tells me address. So maybe instead of using that connect button, we can go with that address like private or public key like this one. We can check this one. If there is null, then we tell the user to connect your wallet, and if there is not null, okay, if that public key and wallet is connected, then disconnect his wallet. If that don't connect UI and public key is existed, then disconnect wallet, disconnect his wallet. So that is the logic. If I disconnect that instantly, that is changed the UI. Now I can say the issue that we are facing, that issue is resolved perfectly. If I connect that, I'm back to mini app, disconnect here. Okay, so that's cool. Now what I want to design that button like a more good design. So that is not looking good at all. So how can I design that more better? I can give the background color is more dark, opacity little bit low, or something more low like this, then text color is white. Text color is white, and yeah, font is not medium also. Okay, that's not looking good at all. I have to check some UI preference before making that. Okay, I go on Pinterest and wallet, really brown mini app. Connect. So instead of this kind of low opacity content, we can go with something like high opacity content. Uh, this thing like Ember. I currently in my mind have something a different plan. So I like to follow that plan. So if that result is bad, then I come back with the current that wallet connection design, because I have that design on my GitHub, so I can easily copy and paste that. So get back. However, so first of all, what I have to do, if you take a look on that app layout, they have px, which is 3, and that is relative, right? So if we want, we can make something like that is not sticky, that is fixed. Okay, fixed. Now that is fixed on here. We don't need any rounded. We need rounded on bottom. Okay, rounded bottom pixel. Then that is look like that. And if we want, we can take something like more good to Excel. Okay. So now we want that bar color is something like this. So taking that color, I have something like color picker outside browser, and why man? Why that is not working? Okay. Uh, I want outside browser color, which is this one. So that I copy that color by Hex code. I go app layout, and here I paste that color. And here you can see that color is here. Now I want to change that text color also. So I want to change that text color into black, text black, and just look like that. And then font is medium. Good. Now that connect button. So I want that connect button like uh, button color is button color is blue, and yeah, that is look good. And then gap between that image and title is 2, maybe more better. And if I make it MD, actually MD is not a size, I can go with pixel. That is not looking good, so I can go with default pixel size, and you can see connect to the bridge and disconnect. So I change that color, connect to the, or not connect, get the key, because as you know our project name is key, so we can go with this kind of something, get the key. So I think I can add one more line here. So I take a div, and I will decrease that text color a little bit, and text size should be SM, and the text size is extra small. And here get the keys, and then bottom line I can add here connect wallet and get reward. Okay, rewards. Now here I can change the opacity to 70 or 50, so or 60. That is look more cool or natural. So now I can change that size to 8. Okay, more natural. So you can see get button, connect wallet is button is more natural. If I click disconnect, that is disconnected. If I click connect, I can connect my wallet by using any of the listed wallet. So we can say our wallet is getting connected. So now we want to store that wallet address in our database. Yeah, so that was our target. Now let's see we can do that or not. I just connect my wallet, and I get back to my mini app. You can see. So the thing is happening now. If I disconnect that wallet and show you, if I click connect my wallet, now this time that mini app is have on the background. So when we connect, before that mini app like this one is has been closed. Now after adding that line here, after adding this line, that mini app is not being closed. So we can say that is working. Okay, now I can say back to Telegram mini app that is of focusing this mini app. Okay, however, so I can simply make that like more good coding style. Okay, so now I want to store that wallet address. Okay, how can I do that? So for storing that wallet address, we have to make a new field on our database inside that user, because we are not going to create a new model or a new collection for just a wallet address. So we are going to save user wallet address here, which is public key, public key, and that is a string, and that was an optional. Okay. And the second thing we need the connection time when the user is connect his wallet. Okay. So I can say connection time, or maybe I don't need. Okay, for now, this kind of menu app, I don't need that. So now I will make an API inside the user service, and I copy that above API, and in the bottom, I take that. Well, so the thing is now, the possible thing that now happening, the expectation, like anyone can get that API by doing that inspect, right? We have to pass the info as like as a payload, right? Like this one, we have to pass that as payload. So you maybe think people can easily change his wallet address. Yeah, user can simply copy that. User can simply get that API and paste his different wallet address, which is he's not connected. But that by doing that, user will not get benefited, right? So if user do that thing, then the user will not get the reward. So of course, user will not get benefited. So yeah, you can see. Hmm. So you can see user, we can see that. So we can say that user will not do this thing. So I just simply make an API which is connect wallet, or store address. Store address may be feel more better thing. Store address. Okay. So now as body, we will take something like body address. Okay. Or public key that is more relevant, public key, and request dot body. So now here I want if public key is not exist, I want to throw a error which is public key not found. Public key not found. Okay, public key not found. Okay. Now here we have that user, and we want to update user public key. So public key, and we can simply write the public key here. Public key. Or okay, I am not push the changes that we made on schema on the database. npx prisma db push. Well, so that is push the changes on our database, and yeah, the public key. Now there we have the public key. Well, so after making that changes, we can say status. Okay, so here in the result, if that public key is exist, okay, we say true. And if the public key is not exist, then we say false. So status should be true or false. Now you might say, Siam, if someone disconnected his wallet, then of course we have to remove his wallet address, right? So in logically, yeah, we have to do that. But if you think more clearly, like Telegram will automatically disconnect his wallet after a certain time. Uh, and if you do this kind of something, your user might forget to connect that wallet again. So yeah, that should be very bad for him. The user is not get the reward that you plan to give that user. So yeah, we don't have to remove that address once the user is connected. Once the user address is saved. Now, we want to do something like one address is equal one account. So before saving or before updating that wallet address, we have to check is that user, if is that address is holding by any other account or no. So we are doing here a multiple query, right? So in case we can take a transaction which is, we can say result as variable, and here await prisma dot transaction, and here we can say async transaction client, and yeah, now we can take that query inside that and transaction client. Now here we will do a query which is address exist, and here await transaction client dot user dot find many, and here where the public key. Okay, so now we want to check if, okay, if that address is exist. Okay, or we don't need the find many, but we can go with find first or find first here. We want to say if that address is exist. Okay, if that address is exist and the okay address is exist, then if that address is exist, then check who is holding that address. Okay, so if that address exist dot id is equal request dot user dot id is that both id is same. Okay, then then return return address exist, right? But if that address exist id and user id is not match, then else you return uh, null. Okay, you can return a null. And if that address is not exist, you can go through this query where you have to update, and here you return that result. So now that query will ensure that if that address is already stored in our database, if that address is already stored in our database, then that will check who is who is connect that wallet. If I am already connected that wallet, then that will return me my previous instance that not going to update anything. But if not, I am not connect that wallet with my any account, that is someone else, then that will throw a error which is null, and that send me a status which is false. Okay, so now I go here and I take that store address and I export this one. I go user route, and here I can simply that was a patch request, so I can say uh, address or wallet. Okay, user wallet. Okay, now I have to use that API inside the API, and here I copy that mutation, and that is something like user intro. No, that is user wallet. So the proper API should be store user wallet. Okay, now that will receive a public key, so we have to take an argument which is a public key. We will take an argument which is a public key. Now we need a body which is a public key. Well, great. Now I go on the header, and here I make something like a changes. I take a use effect query, and here I pass a dependency, which is this one. I pass that dependency, and here I write the code. But before writing the code, I have to make an instance, which is our store wallet API, and here I call user dot store. I'm not export that API here. Okay, so store user wallet and user endpoint dot store wallet API. Okay. Now here I take that store wallet. Okay. Now what I have to do? If that wallet, okay, if that wallet connect wallet at if that wallet connect publicly is exist, okay, if that is exist, and that on UI dot connected, okay, if that is connected, then call store wallet and pass here argument, okay, that is 0 because that is an array, and pass here argument which is public key, if I'm not wrong. Pass here argument, but I load that perfectly. Public, which is a public key, and you have to take the public key from here and store it. Okay, that is the first option. And okay, that is ask me something like store wallet and turn UI connector. Okay, store wallet and turn UI dot connected. So now here I call use effect. So if that use effect is here, I just take a switch case. Maybe I don't need any switch case here, or yeah, I need it. Oh no, I don't need that. Okay, so I go here, store wallet, then 0 number position, then status. If that status is equal, where is status, then that is fulfilled. If that is fulfilled, and the store dot 1 number position, then data is equal status. If status is both is true, then go ahead, your wallet is connected. But if that wallet status if that request is fulfilled, but that status that come from our server that is false, then please disconnect the wallet. Please don't connect UI, but disconnect his wallet. So that will ensure if user is connecting a duplicate account, then we will disconnect his wallet. The first condition. The second condition should be if, okay? Yeah, the second condition should be if, else if, else if store that is fulfilled, then please, okay, disconnect his wallet. If that request is rejected or anything else, okay, that request is rejected, only rejected, not anything else. His request is only rejected. Show him or disconnect his wallet. Okay. Here I write two condition that will ensure user cannot connect a duplicate account. And I have to pass another one is prone UI. Okay. So the next thing, if user, okay. So I have to mix here a little bit more condition like if Easter wallet dot 0 1 more position dot is loading. If that is loading, then show him a loading progress bar. But if that is not loading, then you can go with connect and disconnect logic. So I go on the Daisy UI, I take a progress bar. So I search here, that is loading. And here I take that progress bar, copy, and yeah, done. So I am done. Now here also I have to ensure if user wallet, if that store wallet, right? Store wallet, one number position dot is loading is false. If that is false, that is not loading, then you can go with that condition. Okay. Now I have to check that proper thing. If I refresh this one, you can see that is loading. But that maybe they have something like infinite loop, right? So why that call infinity loop? Why, man? What I did wrong? So by default, that make changes here and store wallet. Okay, we have to remove that store wallet from dependency. If I refresh one more time, you can see this time that is not making infinity loop, right? If I refresh, then let it making an infinity loop. So if I click connect, I can connect my wallet. I can connect my wallet. Sorry, my internet is a little bit slow. Thank you. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله Well, so the thing is, my internet connection is very bad, so I cannot show you the preview, but that is working, I'm pretty sure. So, see you on any other video, maybe next video. So, till then, take care. Tada. Bye bye.